So now we can actually kind of go back to the agenda. And the last thing that we have on the agenda before we have our all chairs coordinating meeting is the FMO intro to requirements on Thursday. So can we have, who's doing that? Okay, so Jamie's going to come up. Okay. We have a thumbs up on that one. So we're going to take a couple of seconds. Jamie's going to come up, and we're going to have our last session before we go into the all chairs coordinating meeting.
Should be. Excellent.
It's being decommissioned, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Is this live?
No, it's not.
Okay, so just this.
Check to the remote audience.
Good afternoon, and based on those results, go Hawks. I'm Jamie Clark. Paul Knight is with the Framework Management Office in Oasis. He is good cop. So am I. I am bad cop. This is a teaser session because we're going to spend a significant amount of time tomorrow morning talking about the functional requirements. I'm not going to tell you anything you shouldn't know already. I'm just here to give you some homework. Top of 3 bullet points. Why are we doing this? If you don't know by now that most of what we're planning to deliver for the next 6 and 18 months relies on the functional requirements, read the IDEF development plan. We were talking about it in September in Tampa, and there's the link. There's a short link for those who are actually trying to type it in from the website, and a long link. It's a really big PowerPoint, but we're going to assume here on that everybody knows what the functional requirements are about and is engaged in the process of helping us refine them and put out a final set. What are we doing? Well, as you heard from Paul earlier today, the committees were good enough to send us their interim work product. Come the end of December 2014, when we thought we'd be done with the first pass, we weren't. So we basically called up people and said, hey, would you terribly mind sending us just whatever you have? Hands off, we'll be fair, we're not going to make fun of anybody, we just want to see where things are. And the 4 major committees that have been doing this work, security, privacy, standards, and user experience, did that, and we have a collection of 15 or 20 from each of them. Also posted in the FMO folder on the IDESG documents site. And there it is, that's the second URL. You should pay attention to this URL because we're going to be reading from it and talking about it tomorrow, and we're going to be asking you what you think about some of this stuff. And just to make sure you read it, the short link is j.mp/, it's just sort of a bowdlerized version of requirements summary, REQTSUSM. So no excuse. Take a look between now and tomorrow morning because we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be asking you what you think. This is not Survivor Atlanta. We're not going to be voting anybody off the boat or reaching a final decision about this stuff. We are going to use that clever polling tool to talk a little bit about what's in there and what you think about it. We will then tell you what we have learned about it. We have learned about it by analyzing it, and we've learned about it by going out and taking some preliminary survey results to talk to industry participants to see what they think about one of those sets of requirements to see how we're doing. Last link, and the last thing I have to say today, is that we're not doing too badly, apparently, because one of the things that Paul did for us after we received the 4 sets is go back and map them back against the derived requirements. The derived requirements, which were published, I think, over a year ago now, are a table of trying to take from the NSTIC National Strategy document that came out of the White House a set of first-pass requirements. If we do this, we have to do that. If we do this, we have to do that. And the table was sent around by staff a while ago. And as we go and look through the 4 sets delivered on a preliminary basis by those 4 committees, we've got pretty good coverage. If you want to know more about that, 3rd bullet point. There's a table that has also been uploaded to the FMO site, which allows you to see the mapping of the requirements we've received to the derived requirements from a year or so ago. So in terms of coverage, in terms of sort of hitting all the topics that the derived requirements discussed, we're doing pretty well. But we could also talk about how we could do better. We could talk about how these things are worded. We could talk about what industry reaction is likely to be to them and whether they're going to form the basis for a self-assessment test, and then later, whether they're going to potentially form the basis for third-party assessments. We should also talk about what might be missing. There are concepts that we've talked about in the IDSG for the last 2 years that may not be represented in this stuff yet, and what we're going to do about that. And that is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow morning. So take a look, particularly at that middle one if you get a chance, and we'll be talking about it tomorrow morning. And Kim, that's all I've got for tonight. Who's up? Do I say, thank you and God bless, or where's the tour bus? Yeah. I don't think I gave enough content to ask questions. If someone wants to try a question, they're welcome to.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so this actually is the last thing that we have on the agenda today, besides the all chairs coordinating meeting. And that's really just to focus on ensuring that our committee chairs have everything that they need for our sessions tomorrow. So I guess I have a couple more housekeeping reminders again. So the social for those that are in the room, we've been still trying to figure out how to do the social for our remote participants. Haven't figured it out yet. But the shuttle, again, is going to be leaving at 5:45 out of the driveway between 5:45 and 6 o'clock. I did get a couple of text messages from individuals asking if they want to drive themselves, exactly where is it, and it's the Georgia Tech Hotel and Conference Center. The address is 800 Spring Street Northwest. Yes, same as last time. This is kind of like Groundhog Day. We're in the same facility, same location again. So Georgia Tech Hotel and Conference Center, 800 Spring Street Northwest. Let me see what else I wanted to let you know. 800 Spring Street Northwest. And then tomorrow, we will start in the room. We'll be here in the main plenary together until our first break, and then we'll have the committee breakouts. So tomorrow, plan to start here. All those that are remotely participating plan to log in to the broader plenary discussion, and we'll make sure that everybody has all the information they need for the breakouts tomorrow. Oh, and Kathy has a comment.
Would you mind telling us a little about this social event? I mean, is it like a drinking brawl, or what is it?
We have options to vote at livesif.com.
Trying to decide if I want to go, but I have no idea what the plan is.
That's right. So
I wasn't here last year.
So I'll tell you, it's an opportunity just for everybody to be able to socialize together. There will be drinks and small food items. We had a lot of fun last time, just kind of relaxing and just really getting to know each other a little better, not always just talking about committee work products. So it's just a chance for everybody to kind of be in a more relaxed setting and getting ready to roll your sleeves up tomorrow for a little more work. So with that said, are there any other questions? Are there any questions online? Okay. Well, then we're going to adjourn the plenary, and then we're going to reconvene in a breakout room to be able to have our committee chair meeting. Thank you very much, everyone.